Hi everybody, swimmers. We're gonna do the tube portion of it. One's gonna be the I don't have a tubing. I gave up to everybody. So, but I got a Vasa here. So I'm gonna show you what's the transition of the pulling on the. We do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We do single arms. Tuesday, Thursday. We do Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. We do double arms. Okay. First of all, I like you guys to make sure tubing to sit up just above it, just around on the eye line. Okay, not really high, definitely not low. It's not going to help you much. And also, as much as you feel like I want to do hard, okay, I like you guys to try to be a little more consistent. The set was made for 1 minute pace pull and a 45-second, little bit extra power, and the last 30 seconds the best you can go. Now, as we do the shorter time period, and obviously you're gonna put a little more extra effort in it, but when you do put extra effort, and I really want you guys to stress this one out, that'll make sure you're not really forcing that movement, okay? Swimming is all about the first half, second half. We talked about that in the video on the freestyle, and it's gonna be backstroke coming up as well. The first portion of this portion right here, we talked about the beach ball technique. This portion is just to get the feel of the water, and it depends on how well you push backside. That is where the power comes in. So either, regardless of whether you're doing a 1 minute pace or 45-second faster, and a sprinting, only difference it's going to make is how much you're going to put the pressure on from here to here, not how hard you're going to pull from here. Okay, and so just if you're looking at yourself and see how you're doing, think about it. If you're putting more power here and you cannot go any faster this portion, then your first half of the speed is way too fast and way too hard. So that means you need to really kind of think about it, transfer it differently. The front is more of the control and power, control, power. Okay, you will have the tubing pressure. As you do surgical tubing, in the beginning of it, it's a little lightweight because the farther you pull, there's more resistance come in. So you need to kind of standing up to just enough to get that tension. It's not dangling, but to get a little bit of pressure, not a lot of pressure, just a little bit of pressure. So you initiate that first part of the catch is lighter, softer. And as you finish the stroke, to try to get more power because there has more resistance involved. Okay, so let's do the single arm. Okay. All right, so if your shoulders are here, I like you guys to make sure you keep your hands stay lower than your shoulder. Okay, make sure you keep your beach ball, which is a halfway to pull, and finish through. Finish right here. If you're standing up, make sure your hands are not going past your shoulder. Okay, I mean I'm laying down here, but if you guys having a tubing, so if you finish here, that means your hands should be lower than your shoulders, not higher than the shoulders. So if your tubing touches it right here on the shoulder, that's about as high as you're gonna pull. If your line tubing gonna go higher than the shoulder, I need you to be very, very careful because that resistance will bring your hands right back, and that really could hurt your shoulders. So make sure you finish here. Make sure the tubing does not touch your shoulder. If it does, just barely touch it, and then that's as high as you're gonna finish. Make sure you don't go up too high, okay? By first half, second half. First half, second half, okay? What we need to work on is, and you need to know that I have a table here that'll kind of drive me up in the front. So if I finish, see that body move forward. So that's the idea that I want you pulling, okay? So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. See that speed? That's the kind of pace that I'm looking for. Make sure you're not going too high like I did. Stay down here. Make sure you see that speed as you coming into the end. Okay. So double arm is the same way. Double arm might be a little bit easier because of the you can use the two hands at the same time, so you can control better. Same thing as a freestyle, the butterfly. Make sure you're not pulling too hard outside. Okay, make sure you're not letting the shoulders involve like this. Keep the control. Use your pack, front of the chest, until the halfway. Finish with the rotation. Since you guys were using the tubing, it's a lot easier if you just use that with the hip right here. If you can rotate the hip, that will help you when you get back in the water. That'll swim with the body rotation. Make sure you're not doing these arms only exercise, because that's gonna hurt more. Okay, it's gonna be more difficult for you to rotate the body as you swim. Okay, so 1 minute pace, so keep it steady. Okay, you don't need to go hard at all, so start it out slow. As you go into the days and weeks, you get to know how hard you can go, and then that's you go from there. But initiate that first 1 minute with nice pace speed. Okay, then once you get to 45 seconds, try to emphasize a little bit of push, okay. Now when you get to that 30-second fast ones, you need to concentrate on that very much in the finish. Quick. You don't have to go too far out on the fast 30. Just make that punctual on that finish. Here. So you know exactly when you're finishing, how hard you're finishing, how well your hip is going with you. All right, so any questions, let me know. Otherwise, be careful, start it out slow, and you're gonna be great. Thank you.